One shot, let's begin. Those Who Become the Wind by Yosuga. Translated upload by Nogaku and J8N Chavez. Just living is not enough. Alright, so I did uh read and voice act this yesterday, but I didn't hit the record button. I was pretty disappointed in myself. I felt that I had such a good performance then, and I think I had good analysis, but then I looked, I'm like, oh, I didn't hit record. And I was like, shoot. But maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll be better today. Now, part of the reason I didn't record again is because this is 75 pages. And also, it could get a little intense. Anyways, with all that being said, let's begin. Forsake your desires and be heartless. I screwed up. It's the only way I could survive in this wretched world. Those who become the wind. Trip, rip.
Hey, keep at it! This one is useless now. Just toss him somewhere over there. Yes, sir.
How long are we meant to keep this up, man? Here. Well, until we drop dead, probably. Shion, you. Seriously? What? Tell me then. Who else out there would hire people like us? We're broke as hell and have no degrees. We are the lowest of the low. Dude, even if they handed us a trash contract, it's not like we could complain, right? So, Shion, you're cool with this, huh? Yeah. You've gotta be kidding me. You know what? I wish I was born an ability user. Had I been born as one, with powers like that, I'd never have to deal with this labor for crap for my entire life. I'm jealous. For real. You're cool with this, huh? Idiot. What good is wishing for something you can never have? Just face it. Accept reality for once. Hey, canned food. Canned food. But I got no can opener. Workers aren't allowed to bring any sharp objects here. Can't be helped. Let's just do this. Once. Hey! Whoa! You! Don't tell me! You are an ability user? What the? What the hell is he doing over there? Good thing I was rummaging through trash! Man! What a sight! He saw? By the way, aren't you Shion? You've got power, don't you? Why are you letting yourself stick here like the rest of us? What? Looks like you've been living under a rock, huh? The only ones who are treated like heroes, the elites, who have all the privileges. The fate of a slum dweller ability user like me is being shipped off to a detention camp God knows where. What? No way! That's totally messed up! But hey, don't worry. Your secret's safe with me. I'm a man of my word! Yeah, I know you won't spill a thing. Because I'll make sure you stay quiet.
What the hell? You're an ability user too, aren't you?
Shit!
On top of that, your ability's creating weapons. That's insanely rare. I could fetch a fortune selling you. Oh man, this is my lucky day.
It's over. My life is really over now.
Whack! What the hell do you think you're doing, you bastard?
screwed up. Boom. This is
Meat!
I killed a guard.
Hey, look! It's meat!
And I actually escaped.
Holy shit, they are huge! This is wild! Look at all these men!
Yep. My firing squad. No, it'll be worse. Much worse.
Yeah, this is what freedom is all about!
They're gonna put us on display. Torture us in front of everyone before executing us.
Hey, you! Forget that for a second, okay? There's meat right in front of us! Now's not the time to be worrying about the heavy stuff!
You even understand what kind of shitty situation we're in? Do you really think what we've done is just a goddamn joke? Speaking of which, this money, it's the cash we made from selling the weapons created with my ability, isn't it? So technically, this is all my money. Why the hell did you blow it on meat?
You don't get it, do you? You know the reason we were to escape that facility in the first place? Is all thanks to me. Who did the hard work knocking down? Who did the hard work knocking down all those guards, huh? You're here right now because I was there.
And I'm here because you were there.
I guess that's one way to look at it, for sure. Well, what's done is done anyways. Let's just keep moving ahead, yeah? You make the weapons and the cash, and I'll do the fighting to get us out. So, what I'm saying is, we are like an ultimate tag team, right?
Cut your fucking bullshit! 2 escapees? Multiple casualties amongst the guards? Explain this.
Well, apparently.
Ability user with weapon creation powers, you said? I don't care what method you use. Bring him to me. Alive.
Shion, we need to arm up! Make me some weapons!
No,
Why the hell not?
I'm wiped out. So tired. Making them is such a hassle. I'm not doing it.
What kind of spineless bullshit are you saying, Shion? What the? Hold on, hey, what's wrong with you?
I'm fine.
What do you mean, fine?
I don't want to make weapons. Every time I create one, a part of my cells are destroyed. If I push it too far, I could die. So, no.
Say that earlier, damn it! Now that you mention it, you do look like crap. Or wait, were you always like that?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
This isn't the time to be worrying about me. We've got a lot to do after all.
Yeah, you're right.
Then, how about we
How about we start with going to pick up some chicks?
Hell no.
Oh, come on! It's not a bad idea, isn't it? Now that we bought that sweet ride.
Yeah? With whose money, by the way? Keep messing around, and I'll ditch your ass.
Oh, hey, wait! It was just a joke! Shion!
And so, we kept driving, running all over the country. Here, this is how you use this rifle.
Wow, you really know your stuff, dude.
I picked things up from my old man who used to run a weapon shop.
Shion, look! More meat for us! Let's have a feast!
Hey.
Huh?
This meat, you did not even bother cleaning it, did you?
Cleaning? What the hell does that even mean?
I'm not an expert myself, but with wild game, you probably need to drain the blood or something. If you don't, okay, let me check. Wait, you idiot! It's good! For real? Shion, you try it too. Damn, that's tasty! This must be the taste of freedom! What kind of taste is that? Freedom? Why? Back then, I decided to make a can opener. But that moment, why did I make a gun? Why? At that time, why did I also make a sword? I see now. I must have felt that way all along. Yeah, I must be. I. What? 6 months have flown by already? No way! Has that much time really passed? Yeah, pretty terrifying, huh? Hey, Leo. Oi! Shion! Step on it fast! Huh? They're coming! The cops! They're right on our tail! Shit! We're gonna get caught! Damn it! Shion, make me a gun now! I killed him. It's too late to feel regret, isn't it? Yeah, way too late. But even so, I. Leah? I. With you running around this whole damn country has made me crave for more new things to savor, more new places to explore. Yeah, that's how I really felt. I I I began to realize that I also want freedom. Shion! Screw it all. Who gives a damn on what's right or wrong anymore? None of it matters. I don't care how this ends. I'm gonna keep running. This is my path. The one I chose. Hey, Leo, how about you? Like you even need to ask, right, partner? Shion, check that out! The sculpture resembles the hole in my pants! It's the sun. Oh my god, why is it so delicious? That was meant for emergencies, idiot. Shion, I'll teach you how to fight. Get stronger, just like me. Over there, oh, tasty. So many stars. Overseas. Come on, let's escape overseas, Shion. Easy for you to say. Escaping overseas? But we could totally pull it off. Probably. And then we will finally taste the real freedom. Freedom? And after that, Shion, I'll become an actor or sports star, raking in that cash. Then I'll be drowning in attention from girls all over the world. After that, I'll be the dude, the #1 in the world. At what? Everything. You name it. Be whatever the hell you want. There is no escape for you now. Just surrender. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Over there! Over there! Freedom!
Don't move. Head where I can see them.
Hey, Leo? You know what? I actually had fun. Ugh. This world, it can just go to hell. Right? Wrong? Who cares? We just have to keep running on our own path to be who we truly are. It's the end of the line for you. You're gonna die soon. You don't even have the strength left to create a weapon, do you? But don't worry. Surrender and I'll use my ability to heal you completely. Oh, I get it. You've heard the rumors, haven't you? About how the ability users who get captured by the government are treated like dirt. Relax. That's only half true. Rare and valuable ability users like you, they're treated like royalty. Without exception, you'll also live a life of luxury. I guarantee it. So, what's it gonna be? Die here or live for our country? Well, I really hope make a smart decision now. You dumbass! Hey, cut it out! Just living wasn't good enough for me.
Huh? What's that?
Maybe I've always felt this way. So, you see, it's not your fault or the world's. I'm here right now because my own choice. Yeah, there is no turning back now, but no matter where this leads to, I think I can live with it. Because right now, without a doubt, I'm truly alive. And if I need to if I need to risk my life to keep on being like this, so be it. I do it without a second thought.
Shion, you. So you're the type to say cheesy stuff like that, huh? Oh,
My bad, my bad. But yeah, you're right. We're alive. That's why, no matter what happens next, no matter how this all ends, we'll keep on running, living the most badass epic lives we can. Ah, that was lovely. Those who become the wind. I love that one. It was good. Oh, here's all the Discord and people who did it here. I'll leave it here for a second. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know if I did a good job as yesterday, if I'm doing the best, or if it's just the artist in me just being like, "Hey, do it again and again and again until it's perfect." And it's like, okay, it's fine, guys. Don't whatever. Um, my one of the things that I think, or one of the, and I'm gonna go repeat a lot of the analysis that I didn't get to record. One of the things that I really like about this in particular is that it feels like it's a complete story. It feels like this is the story the author wanted to tell, and they're done with it. And I feel like that ending is such a series finale ending. It shouldn't be a one shot finale. It shouldn't be one where it's like, oh, okay, done. It's something that feels just right. I feel like I've been on a journey with these guys for really, really long. And I like just the positive feedback loop they've been giving each other. This guy being super excited and this person being like that. And I don't know what I could be like this. It's so amazing. And then like having this guy contrasted with this guy. And then like just stuff like it's just a really nice dynamic and I have a lot of fun reading it and I have a lot of fun acting it out too. Um, and I think one of my favorite scenes too and is the one at the diner. Let me get back to it. Where it's like, "Hey, look, it's me." And I actually escaped. And then it's like just the contrast between these two and the fact that I'm one human being doing this, back and forth between energetic and distraught and energetic and distraught. And it's like good. But then it's such a lovely dynamic between these two as they go through everything. And it's like, okay, they escape, they have an impact, his energy is infectious, he's helping him out through the world, and they're just having a good time. And his ideals of freedom are adding on to the guy. And then that fun that they're having is uh you know, and but that fun they're having is something that I don't know if I know how to have fun sometimes. I know that's a very weird thing to say. I think that I'm very goal orientated, and that as a result, I do things that I find satisfying. Um, but sometimes it's hard for me to recognize if I'm having fun or if it's fun. Um, or maybe I'm depressed. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Um, yeah. Anyways, so another thing, and this is like, not only is it a good story, where it's just this is complete. It feels like an abridged version of like 100 chapter manga or like a 30, 40, 50 chapter manga. Or this is the proof of concept where like, you're like, all right, publisher, this is going to be the beginning. He's going to be in a camp and he's going to work for labor and it's going to be all dreary. It's going to be all bad. It's a dystopian world. Maybe this part will be expanded on more than like a couple pages, right? Maybe we'll see more about this guy in the future. Or maybe he'll come back, right? But just seeing the average layperson and just seeing maybe how they live their lives and see more of how these people live their lives, right? Um, and then maybe a little bit later you get to this part, boom, and it's just like 20 pages. Ugh, things I need to be about. Yeah, and like the first 20 pages or so is pretty much just chapter one. Also, like if this was the one shot, I'd be okay. Makes sense. It feels solid. Good world. Expanded world building. Not too convoluted. Not too overly expositiony. And it does a lot of showing. Right. Okay. These are miserable. They're sorting. People are dying. It's like psh, they beat him. He's useless. Put him away. He's eating gruel or eating whatever and bread. Very simple meal. And then you have this man who's like, hey, don't you desire for more? And he's like, no, I don't. Then we get this like very real desire. And I like this monologue in particular just because it's not like, hey, did you hear about those super fancy rich people who did this, that, or the other? Or did you know in this world here? It feels like a very human moment between these people. So he's like, they're hopeless talking about the future. Like, so Shion, you're cool with this, huh? And he says, yeah. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And this feels like someone's desire. Where it's like, you know what? I wish I was born an ability user. Had I been born as one, with powers like that, I never have to deal with this crap labor for my whole life. I'm jealous. For real. This feels like a very real moment that I think a lot of people have where, like, I wish I was born different, right? I wish I was born different. And maybe born in a way that's advantageous to the real world, you know? It's yeah. Yeah, I feel like everybody kind of feels like that too. I wish I was born to be able to use. I definitely love my life, but there are moments where it's like, hey, I wish I was born a little different, maybe with a little bit more social pizzazz, maybe understanding social cues a little bit better and things like that. But it's I'm doing my best. And then like this again could be like chapter 2, right? You go, oh no, this is chapter. No, this could be a chapter 1, right? You could have a little prison arc here, but this is a perfect natural transition too. If it does want to be chapter 1, the first 20 pages, you're introduced to this guy, you're introduced to that guy, then you get the dynamic. And another thing this does really well is again, this person being a pessimist. I kind of enjoy that as well. It's another very natural response. You're cool with this, huh? Idiot. Welcome to wishing for something you could never have. Just face it, man. Accept reality for once. Um, and that feels like a very natural thing to do. It's like, oh, whatever. So we're getting characterization of him. He's a pessimist. He's beaten down by life. He's faced a lot of hardship. And the thing that I find super interesting about this character here, about Shion, is that we don't get a tragic backstory for him, which I kind of like actually in this story. Like, we just see that this man has been beaten down by society. He was gifted, supposedly, say that would help him out, but he knows the way society works. He was dealt a bad hand, but with a special thing. And now, in poverty and here and like desperate and doesn't want to be human trapped, he kills somebody, right? And you can see this guy here versus this one, where this one is kind of driven by like pessimism, right? And like, oh no, what could happen to me? I gotta leave. I gotta escape. I gotta go and better my situation here, Or no, I gotta go. I gotta escape the consequences here, right? I gotta not get killed, not gotta get tortured. There's fates worse than death. While his is driven by hope. It's like freedom. I gotta go chase him. My life could be better. I could be an actor. I could get women here. I could be the best at everything if I just leave. And I like this contrast between them too, right? Because they're both ultimately trying to find something. Him is a lot more defined with freedom, but he's looking for hope while he's looking for not feeling bad, right? And I really love that there's just this tension between them. And again, we don't get these like, oh, and I was beaten as a child and put in a camp, and ever since I've been working, my parents are dead, and all of this here, and I got I got banned from the internet. How does that even happen? um, right? The only thing we really hear about the guy is that, hey, my dad taught me how to weapon shop, and now I'm able to, he taught me about the hunting stuff too, right? Or no, he just told me about the weapon shop. And again, that gives a subtle like not as maybe it's power, like, oh, maybe he can manifest simple objects easier, but more complex weapons he can manifest them because he's familiar with them, right? And then um through this, it's like, okay, why does he just have a bunch of guts to sell? No, it's hardens body, it destroys it. Sure. Everything has an ability like that with the fatigue, and maybe he needs time to rest or really be healthy, this, that, and the other, right? Um, and then I like the fact that this villain, I don't really need to know anything about the guy too much. It's not like, hey, let's go and capture the man so that way we could go but sell weapons to this country. We're going to be the top dogs. We're going to destabilize the world. In a world full of ability users, this is the most powerful one, which will launch Japan to the forefront of everything. Like, we don't need that. It's just like, this face is all you need. I don't care what method you use. Bring him to me alive, right? It's like, okay, he's like just salvalating, salvaling, saliva, saliva spit. Okay, so salivating, yeah, salivating at the chance to get that. And the villain doesn't need to be, too bright. Like, okay, good, he's there here, and then boom, now we see, and obviously he's going to be overpowered, but he wants to keep him alive, right? And this just makes sense as the antagonist with no need for overtly exposition-y type of stuff. And then like this happy-go-lucky man. Well, let me just. I'm kind of rambling with my analysis, but I'm definitely enjoying this, and you could see why the video yesterday was long. And I was like, screw this. After I went through this whole well, this is new spiel and old spiel. But first, I like the villain here, and I like their dynamic, right? You see that like even though it's like, you got me into the situation, they go and they slowly become comfortable with each other over time, right? And he goes, helps them feel alive. He teaches them how to have fun. He's enjoying himself. You see that lovely smile. It's wonderful. But then, but then, I like the fact that he is forced to kill somebody. Like he goes and then, right, because he beat the other guys, he goes, he shoots him, and then he's dead. He's like, I killed him. It's, let's see, it's too late to feel regret, isn't it? Yeah, way too late. But even so, Leo, and then this is why he goes into his monologue here. He's like, I'm guilty. I'm a bad person. I killed somebody here. And then he's like running around you with this whole country. Realize I also want freedom. It's like, and then he's like, sick or whatever because he just made the gun, right? Like Shion, he's like, screw it all. Who gives a damn what's right or wrong? And I'm gonna keep running. This is my path, the one I choose. And then it's like, hey Leo, you need to ask partner, and yeah, they need to say partner, so that way if this does become a series, you can have all the gay ships. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of gay ships regardless. Um, and all their dynamic is so wonderful. It's like, okay, I see what you're saying here. I can't just focus on that. And he did kill a man. And Shion, I like the fact he gave advice because he's had to kill a man that we've seen, maybe many, many more we haven't seen, right? So I love that. And then they're just showing their adventures, they're having fun, they're enjoying their life. And then near the end, he talks about his dream here, and then he's just killed. And so he has his last stand. This is like a poster. This is literally like a poster. Wow. Wow. It's the end of the line for you. And then we get this last spiel between this guy. He's like, oh, you're gonna die soon. And it's like so tempting, right? He's like, oh, no, no, no. That's not exactly how you were supposed to be treated. You're special. You're going to change the world. You're going to be treated lovely. And it's like, that is a very tempting monologue now, even from such an evil man. And then for him to kill himself at the end, that is such an interesting, bittersweet, yet kind of hopeful choice. Because in the end, this man, he chose freedom, right? He can't live the life he wants, and he's forced to be like a government dog and just do whatever they say, even if it's a life full of luxury, even if it's life whatever, and they do say things like that. Inevitably, when they find out he can only make smaller weapons like that, and it hurts his body a lot, it's like, oh, well then, you're gonna die. You're dead. Back wherever. But even if he was promised life of luxury, he wants freedom, and boom, you dumbass. And then again, these last, wow, only like 9 pages feel perfect, like a series finale, just living. And then it's them talking in the afterlife, right? Or maybe it's a flashback. But either or is good. It's not your fault of the world to me because of my own choice. There's no turning back. I think I can live with it right now, without a doubt. I'm truly alive, right? Because if he's gonna go back to the government or whatever, he's not gonna be alive anymore, right? At least in that sense. He needs to keep risking his life, and he's going for it. And then them just kind of living the most badass epic lives we can, and them just laughing as this is the image is so perfect. It's so great. And I hope this gets I don't even know if this would need a full series, but it would be awesome if it is, because like I said, it is a perfect proof of concept because you can see everything that's happening with the arcs here. You have this arc here where it's this like prison arc or whatever. You can make it as long or short as you want. This one here, where he's going and they're escaping from the prison, and then they're on the run. And then what do they do when they're on the run here? And then in the backward, you had this government facility like going and chasing after them. And then they go and they have their adventures, and who knows what they encounter. And that's part of the fun, just seeing the bond grow and grow. And you learn just a little bit more. They're going to drip feed information here. And then the meat with the blood. Yeah, that's a great point. This must be the taste of freedom. And then just the hopefulness of all of this state of freedom. And then they go, and then you have the conflict. Okay, the government's on their tails now, and this is probably just one segment of what could happen, of the many times they had to risk their lives. Um, and then you see their lovely adventures as they learn more about the world. You know, as they go, they eat food they enjoy, and then they're like, "All right, the government's after us, so we gotta go and leave this country." And it's like, okay, I see this. I see this being the end of an arc, right? They go, they're going to figure out a way to get out of the country. Boom, boom, boom. Then we're going to have a decent ending. And then him just being murdered right before his eyes. Like, that is such a good, bitter moment. Like, because why did they have to shoot him? Like, why is he an ability user too? I don't know, maybe. They could, and maybe it's passive, but like, why not just go and grab the guy and could? But you know, they're the evil government, right? They only want him, and then you get all the flashbacks, and then I like the idea that he's able to manifest more swords now. At the end of his rope, he's become stronger. He shot that out. Boom, 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 and then he did his best, right? So good one shot, great one shot. This is one where I hope I'm good enough for to do this here. And if not, I mean, hey, maybe again and again and again. And the thing is that look, just look. There's nothing else here. There's nothing else here. There's nothing else here. This is the author's potentially first work. I could see why it won an award. Those who become the wind. Let's see. Is that's a Bible quote or an or an Avatar the Last Airbender quote. Oh, look at that. One day ago. One day ago. uh this is wonderful though. Yosugo no Sora, the one who becomes the wind. Hmm. Well, that's good. I will say one of the things that I don't necessarily watch many reviews, so wonder what it is, but I don't want this to corrupt my opinion of whatever. Um, love this. It's good. It's amazing. I look forward to seeing what Yosuga can do in the future. All that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.